Wilson with Dan Brownlie after the 4-3 win over Swindon Supermarine. And Dan, it's a win, but was it a comfortable watch for you?
No, horrible watch. I said to the boys in there, give me a 2-0 boring game any day of the week. And look, with here I go again. With the injuries that we've got at the moment, there is always going to be a bit of squeakiness about us. Like even today, we've got a player pull out last minute, and fair play, he's tried his absolute utmost to be fit for this game. Just wasn't quite ready. And in times like that, it can unsettle a back four. I've had conversation after conversation with Clarkey over the course of the last 24 hours about why he wasn't starting, and then he gets thrown in the deep end, starting in a completely alien position to him. I know he's played it a couple of times for me, but that's it. And he did fantastically. So there is an expectation with today that it was going to be a little bit of outscoring them probably, and we're fortunate we did that to a certain extent, but this game seems to create very, very odd situations. You know, we've seen some of the worst goals over the course of the last 2 weeks, some of the flukiest goals and keeper mistakes, and so yeah, it's a very odd game. But to answer your question, give me a boring one any day of the week.
And 2 of the goals for Liam Ferdinand today. It looks like he's settled in very quickly.
Yeah, second half, I think we've seen some of the best of Liam. Some of the work that he does off the ball will go unnoticed by the untrained eye, but his ability to back into defenders and secure the ball and bring other people into it. And he's just got a calmness about him. You know, there's times where players drive with the ball and it's 100 mile an hour, whereas he's calculated and he's calm and he's finding the right pass. And he took his goals brilliantly. He'll be disappointed not to have probably come away with one more, because he's had that one in close quarters. But it's a great sign. You know, he's scored 3 now in as many games, and he's a hell of a talent, Liam. There's a good reason why I tried signing him for this part of 6 years, and I hope we managed to keep him for as long as possible, because he really is a role horse for a player. He's strong, he's physical, he knows where the goal is. He's a really good lad. Culturally, he fits in perfectly. So he ticks every box, and we're very, very pleased and proud to have him.
There were imperfections in the performance, of course, but in the circumstances, are you in a position of just saying we just take the wins however we get them?
Oh yeah, I mean, interestingly, James Clark prior to the game put a semi, that's like humorous, post on the wall saying today's objective is to win at all costs. And it was a little bit of that, you know, and we weren't expecting to lose a body so in such close proximity to a game, and like I say, it can upset the rhythm. But we've put on a decent performance against, I have to admit, a really good team. The fact that they're bottom of the league, and having spoken to 1 or 2 of their players, I think they're bored of hearing this sentiment. And I think there was a period like 2 years ago when we were doing similar things that we heard it, and we heard it a lot at the start of the season. Lots of Gosport telling us that, oh, you'll be okay and you're not a bad side. And well, we know we're not, and I think we can say the same for Swindon. Like, I'll give their gaffer all the credit in the world, because what he's changed between last Saturday and today asks us probably more questions of our midfield and our wide players than any other team has. So his work across the week has been frightening. His additions in high areas have been really good. I thought the striker was brilliant, and obviously they've acquired at the back as well. I can't see them going too long before they're starting picking up points on the regular, because I think they were brilliant today. I thought they created chances, they moved the ball really well. Their rotations in midfield were outstanding, and they caused problems as we saw, because they've scored 3 goals against us. So I'm sure their luck will turn, but I've got all the praise in the world for what their gaffer has done off the back of last week in trying to change and impact what they did against us. But in terms of us, look, really, really pleased. Crowbarred some players in. I mean, we've finished the game with a right back at left back, a 16-year-old playing left wing back, a centre forward playing centre half, and another 18-year-old playing the left side of midfield. So it is just, I mean, it's not even kind of round holes and square pegs. It's I don't know what it is, but it's complicated. But again, credit to the boys; they've dealt with it brilliantly today. It should have been a little less exciting than it perhaps was, but for the win, it's been brilliant.
Thank you very much, Dan. Cheers.